keeping tabs on Mystery all day.
Hey, what up, y'all? What y'all know good? Hey, what up, Justin Reeves? Twist 10, what up, baby? Jess is back. Life all good now. Who's Jess, man? Is that your girl or something? What up, Blake? Yeah, man, somebody had told me on these lives, like, don't schedule them. And like I said, I'm new to all this. So I would just go live and I would miss everybody. So I scheduled this one. And man, I'm gonna tell y'all, Blake says, look, sup. Hey man, I'm gonna tell you what's up. This damn cheating scandal, man. It's got me tore, man. I can't count the times, y'all. What's up now, Joe? All the way up North Georgia. I hear you, buddy. Man, I'm gonna tell you this. Hey there, family, mom. But this sports cheating scandal, man, it's got me tore up. Y'all listen to this. I can't count the times that I've did a DraftKings pick six, and like last night, I had Denny Avadija, however you pronounce his name, like over 7.5 rebounds. The dude gets 7 rebounds in the third quarter or whatever. Don't get another rebound the rest of the game. I mean, and now it's come out. What's up, Robert Stanley? How you doing, bud? Ohio in the house. But yeah, now it's come out like Terry Rozier a couple years ago. He pulled himself 9 minutes into a game, said he was hurting just so he would go under on his PRA and made $200,000. Now, people like me that had money on that, we're screwed. You know what I mean? And they arrested 34 people, and they ain't even got started yet. It's fixing to fall out. It's fixing to come out, too. The NFL's involved. DraftKings and them, they're all a part of this, y'all. The DraftKings has a contract with, hey, Crypto Minnow, thank you. Hey, shout out to Crypto Minnow. Thanks for the, I don't even know what you call them. But anyway, thank you, man. Thoughts on cryptocurrency? Hey, no, I'm not in LA, Robert. But man, I bought some Bitcoin one time, and it was $29,000 a share. I mean, $32,000 a share. It went down to $29,000 in like 3 or 4 days, and I was like, hell no! I sold it, got my $100 back, or $90 or whatever. Had I left that $100 in there, I'd probably have $5,000 today or whatever. I mean, it's $130,000, and I bought it at $30,000. So, yeah. Oh, my bad. No, bro. No, I'm up here on the Tennessee. I'm up half Alabama, half Tennessee, right on the line, man. You talking that old Jamie Johnson talk, L.A., baby. Lower Alabama. He got a song. That's a good song Jamie Johnson wrote about L.A., Lower Alabama. Let me see. Gamer girl, how you doing? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to miss Stephen Cope. I'm sorry if I missed any of y'all. And let me do that right there. Thank you, Crypto, man. I'm still learning, y'all. Hey, if you put the little king thing, do I click on that? Oh, okay. I was just trying to. Hey, what's up? It's all good. Just hanging in there and just trying to connect with y'all, man. See how y'all doing. I know they had that little prison meeting yesterday, and I knew it, but I'd seen articles over the years, but I went and did a little research this morning, and the whole reason they're building the only way they're building that mega prison is they kept the whole $500 million that the federal government give them for COVID relief, and Kay Ivey didn't spend a dime of it on COVID, but she saved it to build a new prison. Ain't that some shit? Let's see. What up, Brent? Yeah, man. It's because of y'all, man. Thank y'all. I'm grateful to y'all. Yeah, man, it's all on y'all. I just talk, man, and y'all the ones that make it happen. Y'all, man, I don't even know, but I feel some type of way. Like I watch videos, and don't get me wrong. I mean, that's part of the culture, and people start out, they're like, hey, welcome to my show. Before we get started, go ahead, hit the like, subscribe, share. I don't even listen. If y'all want to do that, that's cool. You know what I mean? But for some reason, man, like I feel like I don't know. It just makes me feel some kind of way to ask. So I just talk, man, and it took off. I mean, it just, I just try to speak common sense stuff, and I try to keep things neutral. Like I don't lean one way and all that. I'm not, I don't try to be racial and all that. I just keep it. I just try to, just be 100 with y'all, but hey, where you at, dog? What part of LA, man? I was in prison with a bunch of folks from Baldwin County, Dothan. Let's see where, man, there was a bunch of folks from Baldwin County locked up with me. Yeah, man, I'm talking about there was a ton of folks from Baldwin County. Doug Monroe was in there with me. Doug Monroe was the one that skipped out owing like $500, and he didn't tell anybody but me his release date. And he told me the night before he went home. Let's see. My dad used to be stationed in the Philippines when he was in the Navy, man. You was a probation officer or a parole officer? Yeah, my parole officer, man, he was a military guy. Only damn one then in the Madison County office that was like he was, how military people are. I mean, people that retire from military, they're structured or whatever, and they're by the book. And man, he was by the book. I remember one day I asked him a question like, "Hey, can I go up into Tennessee and do so and so?" Or no, I know what it was. I was asking him about hunting. I was asking him about muzzle loaders and stuff like that. And this dude turns around and gets a damn law book off the shelf. And he was like, well, hang on a minute. And, most of them would just say, oh, yeah, you good, and then you end up in the woods and the game warden like, no, you ain't good neither, brother. But, yeah, I had Robert Kefauver, man. And he kind of rode me hard for a while. And then all of a sudden one day he was like, hey, man, look. He's like, bro, you've been coming in here for 6-7 months. You got your pay stubs. You got your money. He said, listen, just don't even come back. Just mail your money in for the next 3 or 4 months. And I was like, hey, cool, man. Because that's one thing about the parole office. You go in there and start talking about, well, I don't have the $40 this month. My mama's, listen, they don't give a damn about your mama or your flat tire or your transmission. Listen, if you don't want to get violated, I'm going to give you some good advice. When you go check in with your parole officer, even if you ain't got a job, take that damn $40 administrative fee. That's what matters, for real. If you don't have that money, that's when the drug tests come out. That's when them 40-day, 30-day dunks, 45-day dunks. But pay them their money. Timothy Nelson, that's my man right there, day one. Yeah, I'm with you on that, gamer girl. I'm sorry, I call you game girl all the time, and I know it's gamer girl. There's a girl on Facebook called Gamer Girl, and she's got the fierest tattoos I've ever seen in my life. Or Instagram. if y'all look on Instagram at a girl named Gamer Girl. Now she is a like lingerie model or whatever, but she's covered from head to toe in ink. Man, I'm telling you, she's got the firest ink I've ever seen in my life. She's on Instagram named Gamer Girl. All right, yeah, I always miss that R for some reason. I say the second R, but yeah. What's up? How's everybody doing, man? Everybody Covington? You in Covington County, Robert Stanley? That's down in the Black Belt part, ain't it? Like West Alabama, over by Greene County and Wilcox and all that. If am I right on that, Robert? I'll make sure I ain't missing nobody. Hey, Trip, say you from Baldwin County, bro. Justin Reeves, if you want to see some fire ink, listen, bro, go to Instagram and put in Gamer Girl, and there's a chick on there that, like I said, she does lingerie or whatever, but she's got leg sleeves, arm sleeves, back. She's totally covered, but it's the firest ink I've ever seen in my life. Are you? Oh, I'm sorry. You're in Ohio, bro. My bad. There's a Covington County, Alabama. That's why I was asking. How come she won't let you get no more? How old are you, bro? Are you old? Are you old enough to do it on you? Oh, what's up, Stacy Bracken? Yeah, I remember you, girl. How you been? I used to. I used to know Stacy. We used to run in the same circles. Um, hope you're doing good. I know you. I think you kind of went down the road I did, but I'm not trying to call you out. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, I hope that you're doing good. It's good to see you on here. Um, Robert Stanley, are they still knocking them up down there in Tutwiler? They was knocking them officers was knocking them girls up. What's up, Ricky? How you doing, buddy? I got you. I got you. Man, I'm gonna tell you, tattoos are addictive, man. That's good. I'm glad, Stacy. I ended up, when I was running with Wes and all of them cooking that dope all the time, I ended up getting caught. I got a 10-year sentence, man. But it saved my life. Once I got out, I changed the whole way I live and everything, man. So, yeah, I'm glad you got 2 years in. I hope you get your third and your fourth, fifth, and all the way. I'm glad to see that. Yeah, tattoos are addictive, man. She get bad charges and bad one. I don't know. We was just caught up in the dope game, and ain't no need. And, she's clean, and everything. So the town we come from, it at a certain time back in the like 2013, 14, and 15, it wasn't nothing but meth, man. That's all it was. It's just a little old small town. Everybody was on meth, and you know, everybody ended up getting in trouble and going to jail and shit, and going to prison and stuff. Um. Oh, your people's got some charges, Robert. What state? They in this Alabama, or is it in Ohio? Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, it's not. Um, especially if you still live down there where you used to live, man. Um, oh man, Y'all, I used to live down there. I'm gonna tell you something. And I'm being honest with y'all. I used to live when I first got out of prison. I rented this trailer, not this one, but another one. And one day I'm watching the news, and I'd always drove by this house every day on my way to work. And come to find out, this young couple had a kid, a baby, and they from the time the baby was born until the baby died at 9 months, they never even took it out of the crib, never fed it, would go to work and leave it in the man. It was awful, man. And it was just like 3 or 4 doors down. And I swear, if I would have known that was going on down there, I swear on my mama's grave, I would have went down there and kicked that door in and got that baby and turned it into. Man, you don't do babies like that. So you still in the cove, oh? I used to, Clouds Cove, where I got to wreck that 4-wheeler, got a DUI, had to get med flighted and all that. I left out of Turkey Springs and made it around the curve. When I hit the straightaway, that first culvert, poof, right off in it, head first, me and Stevie Lewis. Damn, a woman got sexual assault on her kids? Yeah, that was before I even knowed you, Stacy. That was in high school. I think I was like 16 or 17 when that happened, that 4-wheeler wreck. But yeah, me and Stevie Lewis left out of Turkey Springs on, and we was tore up. And like I said, I woke up in the hospital with my with a DUI slip on the nightstand. 2 times I woke up that way. One time I woke up, my whole mouth was wired. Stacy can tell y'all, man, I was wild as a mother. I used to be into some shit. I used to cook dope every day. She knows, Stacy knows. She used to be friends with a guy I was friends with, and Cynthia Jean Stanley. Okay, hey, let me write that down. Hell, I can remember it. Cynthia Stanley. Dang. Yeah, me. You know, Amy used to go and she would jack Walmart for me for lithium batteries, coal packs, fuel, and then I would just trade them dope for it or whatever, you know. No, Blake, I didn't see that. But I will. The more I think about it, I really, and not only that, but I'd also like to talk to people too, try to educate them about narcissists, man. I'm telling you, you don't want to get in a relationship with a narcissist. It'll ruin your life. Like seriously, it'll make you want to crash out. I'm telling you. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check both of them out, y'all. Matter of fact, yeah, she used to have a big old purse. I mean, a big old bag, and she'd go up in Walmart, and then she would come to the house and just start pulling shit out and be like, "What you give me for it?" And I'd break her off some dope, you know. And but yeah, she used to be one of my main people for getting me supplies or whatever. But she low down though, man. I'm just gonna be real with you. I know that's your folks, but she low down, man. I don't know if y'all have made, you know, patch things up or whatever, but yeah, she done some. Yeah, man, listen, old boy went straight to jail. We was all hanging out. I cooked the dope, whatever. He goes to jail. It ain't even been three days. She talking about, come here and sit down on the couch with me. I'm horny. I said, bitch, you better, man, get your ass up out of here. I ain't finna do. Yeah. Yeah, I'm serious. And then And then I caught her with that dude. Oh, hang on, what's his name? Valentino. You remember him, the dude from Huntsville, Valentino? She cracked him while old boy was in jail. I caught her. I know. Me and Christy Armin pulled up on him at the store at the end of Hobbs Island, and she had old Valentino in the car, and they was headed to the cove. Yeah, I know. Old boy come down there messing with you, and then she get mad at you, and it was him. I mean, I remember all that. You don't know Chris, or let's see. Yeah, that was this guy's name. He was a dope cook too, and an old girl, her boyfriend had just went to jail, and I was getting supplies from her, and then one night she stood me up on a box, and we done had it worked out where I was gonna get the box from her. We just riding down the road, and she wouldn't answer my calls. We pull up on the store, there she is with old dude, and I was like, man, that's good, Justin. Hey, 5 years, man. That's a good stretch right there, man. That takes a lot of willpower and stuff, man. I'm proud of you, brother. Stacy, I'm really proud of you too, man. I'm glad you're on here. I didn't even know you was a subscriber or whatever. Or you may not be. You may just be on the live, but I didn't even know. Man, I seen your name. I remembered everything about you. What's going on down in the cove though? Is it still the same down there, or is it changed up, or what? Yeah, she a good girl, y'all. She was just like the rest of us. She had some problems at one time, but she got them straightened out now. Man, that really makes me happy to see that, for real. Because I know where she came from. She came from the same place I did, the same circle I was in. I was pounding that dope like it wasn't nobody's business, man. Yeah, I've been off for a while. Years now. I don't know, man. One day I started thinking about all the crazy stuff I'd done in my life and stuff, and the prison stories, and I was like, man, I'm just gonna, get on YouTube and see see what it'll do. And yeah, she cool as a fan. But yeah, I didn't even think, I didn't know if people would be interested in this stuff or not. But man, people seem to like it. Y'all, I just had a fight out here in the driveway. Two of my neighbors was fighting over a damn pit bull puppy. One of them's about 24 years old. The other one's like 12 years old. And they out there about to fist fight over a damn pit bull puppy. Crazy, man. I live in the craziest spot ever. Yeah, the dude about 11, 12 years old, and him and a 20-year-old, 24-year-old dude, they about to fight out there. I was like, but y'all got to know this little boy. He lives next door, and man, the school told his mama, we don't even want him. Like he's a little, yeah, he's wild as a buck. Yeah, he's headed straight down that road. I hate to put that on anybody, but he is headed that way. It's just a matter of time. Man, I just play like daily fantasy stuff, like on football, I might pick, Saquon Barkley to get an anytime rusher or receiving touchdown. And then I might pick like Devontae Adams to get over 67 yards passing, receiving. The kid's the one headed that way. He just got to get old enough is all it is. But yeah, I tell y'all what, that was the police would come up out here one night. So I live in a little trailer park, and then they live on the other side of it. The police come up over here one night. Him and another neighbor was arguing over a dog, and the police backed up and pulled over to his house. So I was out on the porch listening, and it was a man and woman cop, county sheriff, and they got out. And this little boy, man, listen, this little boy, like, I ain't kidding you, 11 years old. He ain't been in like 6th or 7th grade. He tells the police, "Hey, y'all get up off of my property right now." Y'all, I've never in my life heard this. I heard the man cop go to the woman. He goes, "Well, I guess we got to go." And they got in their car and left. And I was like, look at this shit. This little shit done run the police off and his mama was at home and everything, man. He went out there and told them to get the on, and they dipped. Yeah, that's the old saying, cool as a fan. That's that old prison slang. Man, there's some terms you pick up in prison that it sticks with you, man. I don't know why, but it does. I guess because when you're in prison, you got prison's different than the real world, so you got to talk like you got to talk the lingo. You got to play the role. You know what I mean? Like you got to roll. What's up, Timmy? Yeah, I scheduled one, man. Jay Newsom. Man, I don't know. Where was he from, bro? Yeah, Florida, man, they in trouble, man. But hey, if I was Billy Napier, I wouldn't even be upset one bit. Dude finna get paid a chunk to get fired. You can't beat that. Brian Kelly, he finna get paid more than Billy Napier to get fired. But I believe Georgia and Alabama both will make the playoffs this year. Let's see. Where was Jay Newsom from, Jet City? What's up, Diggy? What's up, man? Gadsden. Man, you know what? I used to run around in Gadsden and stuff, or Anniston, but Gadsden wasn't far, you know. Cool as a fan. Yeah, but I lived down in Anniston for a while, and I hung out over at Glencoe a lot. It was really Ohatchee, but it was on the highway off Glencoe. Boy, I used to get toe up down there. Oh, yeah, Bessemer, that's West Jefferson. That's a max count. Ooh, Holman is too. Yeah, them some rough camps right there, man. That's the ones you don't want to go to. Yeah, Timmy, I mean, as of right now, I would say so. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. I think they still got Holman rolling. Because they got Death Row there. They got it. They're still running because that's where Death Row is. That's where they execute people. Holman. Or are you saying that? Are you asking if it's shut down, or are you? Because I'm pretty sure it's open because that's where they got the lethal injection place at. Damn, he get a life sentence. That would make sense. I mean, being at the max camps, they usually when you got them long sentences like that. Okay, yeah, no, Holman's still rolling because that's where they execute people at. They got the death chamber down there at Holman. But yeah, them max camps. I didn't go to max camps. I went to level 4s. But man, I appreciate it, dog. Damn, went in at 87 and still in there. Damn, they gave 999 years. That's crazy, man. I know a dude had 99 years. He broke in a woman's house out here out in Huntsville, and didn't know she was home. And then she jumped out on him, and he beat her up. And come to find out, she was a corrections officer, and they maxed him out. But he was the man, and he was the man at Venturous. I could go to him and say, "Hey, man, I want bed number 24B. I'll pay you whatever to get me moved to that rack." Next day, they'd come in there, "Clifton, pack it up, go to 24B. I'm talking about my man has some pull. He was my homeboy too, because he was from my city. So, yeah, man, that's messed up about what happened to that. Are you talking about Daniel Williams? Yeah, man, that's a messed up deal, man. Yeah, man, Alabama prison, they had this is in 2023, they had 13 deaths that year. That's one death per month, y'all. There's no way you should have one person dying a month from a murder or something. Now, I can understand if it's natural causes, but I ain't see but a couple people die from that. Most time when you get old and sick in prison, they'll send you to Hamilton A&I, Aged in Infirmary, which is a medical facility, or you go to Kilby Infirmary. But there was a dude died at Venturous when I was there, and then they took him to Kilby, did an autopsy. The dude had tuberculosis, so they come back into Venturous and said, "All right, there's a quarantine, nobody in, nobody out for 90 days." And then they all give us, I'll tell y'all something funny. There was this old dude named Michael. I can't remember he was from Talladega, Michael something. But they gave us all them TB tests, where they stick that thing under your skin and squirt it and it bubbles up or whatever. Well, if it turns real messed up red and stuff, that's how they know you got it or whatever. So anyway, it had been like 2 days since we all got our shots. And we was sitting on a rack one day smoking cigarettes, and old Michael said, man, his arm was red as hell, which he didn't have it, but his arm looked bad. And he was like, man, he said, y'all, what does it look like if you got it? And we all looked at his arm, and we was like, your damn arm. And he was like, man, y'all stop, man. Y'all quit. Y'all don't do me like that. And we ragged old dude, but he didn't have it, but man, it was fun. We gave him hell about it. Let's see. Yeah, that's one thing about Alabama prison, man. You can, man, at Venturous, there was a daddy, a son, and a stepson all in the camp. And then when I got to Decatur, there was a daddy and a son there. I was like, man, ain't this some shit? Let me see. Justin K, it's pretty cool. Man, I appreciate it. For real, man. I just tell you my experience, man. That's give him his own. Oh, nobody drank after him. There's some politics in prison. I'll tell y'all something that's crazy. I don't know if y'all watched the video I did called Thick Socks, where this old boy, when we was at Pickens County, he was asking them if they wanted a pair of thick socks, but the way he said it, it sounded like, does anybody want their sock, And so now in prison at the level 4, everybody was like, don't smoke after nobody, don't drink after nobody, because if they've done some gay stuff or something, then supposedly you'll be just as guilty because you drank off the same cup that they've had. But then I get to Decatur, And guess who's selling roll-up cigarettes and everybody's buying them and smoking them? Dick socks. And so I'm like, whoa, I'm like, hold up, y'all, all this shit at the level 4, you can't drink after nobody and you can't smoke after nobody. But then when we get to the work release, Dick Socks is over there selling roll-ups. Hell, I bought some. You know what I mean? Like, everybody was smoking them. I mean, hell, he was one of the only dudes in the camp that was really selling them. So that just shows you, man, like the politics, they enforce it when it want to, and then it's just like living out in the public, you know. I mean, hell, let's see, Limestone County. Okay, I didn't know you was from Limestone County, man. Limestone County, what up, y'all? I know some folks over there. I used to deliver a lot of plumbing supplies over there when I worked for Park Supply. I used to drive out to Athens. What's the place they built that school? Lindsay Lane. Shout out Lindsay. All-Star Plumbing. Say you got to hit the bed, Justin Reeves. Yeah, Park Supply. They opened up a business over in Athens, a second building. Let's see. Okay, Loxley is where the work release is at. Yeah. They say Loxley is the sweetest work release that there is. I don't know. I went to Decatur, but I had a bunch of homeboys that went to Loxley, and they said it was sweet down there. I think that they worked. Where'd you work at? CF Flag. Man, what? Oh, you talking about the 1 minute stream the other night? I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Hey, so you did work at CF Flag, man? You know Becky Hatfield and them and her mama Lee and all of them. That was my that was Becky was my best friend in high school, man. It was my homegirl, man. Jim, he used to be married to Scooter, Pops, Granny, Helen, Terry. Do you know Stacy Nelson, Jim's niece? I'm married. I mean, not married her, but I was with her for a few years. And that video I talk about where old boys smoked me in the bar, that was Stacy's. I think they're still married now. But yeah, man, there was some good people, man. I love that family, man. I started going over there. Yeah, Helen's youngest daughter. I started going over at Granny and Pops and them's when I was about 16 because Becky was my friend. And then plus I buy pain pills from Granny and all that. But they was good people, man. I love that family. I used to run into Jim Tash down there at Sundowner and stuff. You know Christy Armin too. Me and Chris and Van and all of us, we growed up together, man. We used to, growed up from little bitty, man. All the way up to, used to be, I dropped Van off the night he got Tanya pregnant. You know, Van and Tanya had Tiffany. I'm the one dropped him off, let him run down. He walked down. I let him out at Jim's Grocery. He walked down the road where they was living at the time, and got with Tanya and knocked her up. All right, Justin, how you be good, man? Yeah, I seen Chris not long ago. He don't live far from me. I was cutting a yard, and man, it's funny. I was trying to figure out how to get back out to the highway, and I seen a dude had a hood raised working on a car. And so I was like, I'm just going to pull up and ask this dude how to get out to the highway. So I pulled up and I was like, excuse me, sir. And the dude looked around from the hood and it was Chris. I was like, man, what? He's like, damn, what are you doing, boy? I said, nothing, man. I'm trying to find the highway. How do I get out of here? And he helped me out and stuff, but he doing good too, man. Yeah, small man. I knew you asked about Jim Tash the other day, but I didn't know that you know everybody, the whole family. Oh, Glenn Rain. Yeah, man, me and Glenn Rains went to school together. Me and Shane and Glenn. I know me and Tony Stark's real good friends. I know all of them. David Cameron. I grew up with all of them people, man. David Cameron had a baby with my first cousin, Tracy Dameron. Yeah, it sure is a small world, man. That's crazy. Yeah, Glenn, it was wrong what they done to Glenn, man. Brockway and them, they rolled up and throwed him out of the car, man. They said if they would have took him to the hospital, he would have lived. Now that's just what the rumor was, but they rolled him up to his mama's and just pushed him out. From what I remember, ain't that right? When he got burned up, they just dropped him off at his mama's in a yard. Michael Brockway, he passed away too. He's gone now too. But Brockway was one. I think there was somebody else, but I don't remember who. But I know Brockway was in, was the one that was driving. But yeah, Brockway passed away, I think. Yeah, I'm almost positive Michael Brockway passed away. I remember I used to go over to his house and get high. Jennifer Ballou. Damn, I don't know. Name sounds familiar, man, but I don't know if I know her or not. Yeah, Justin Reeves, you'd be cool as a fan too, bro. Let's see. Okay, Trip. Where y'all work on the ships and stuff? I know a bunch of people that would go to Loxley and they would work on built the ship building and stuff. Some guys got some really good jobs and were able to save up a bunch of money and stuff while they were down there. My buddy Jimmy Smart was just down at Loxley. He's out now. He made parole. You talking about Cherie? Cherie died? Oh no, I know you talking about Bobby Lynn. Yeah, man, that was sad. Yeah, Bobby Lee. I'm sorry. Yeah, man, that was sad. Her daddy, Bobby Lee. He used to play music with my uncle and them. Boy, he was one of the best musicians there was. Bobby Lee Stapler. Yeah, you said it at the same time I did. Oh, yeah, man, I hated that about her little sister, man. Her and that little boy Eric, they was together forever, man. Eric, he had the little messed up shoulder or whatever, but he was a good little kid, man. Him and Bobby Lee they was the perfect couple for each other, believe it or not. I mean, I felt that way. But yeah, Bobby Lee Stapler used to be a hell of a musician, man. He could play he could play. That son of a gun could play whatever, a piano, a steel guitar, whatever, you name it, he could play it. Say you do oil rigging, where you do oil rigging at? Yeah, Bobby rolled on. He put out records and everything. We used to joke around with Becky all the time. We'd say, "Hey, y'all got that new Bobby Stapler album yet?" And we used to fuck or mess with her. And yeah, man, I'll make them videos. I'll make a hell out of them videos, man. That's the only way you're gonna make it on here. I seen a girl that said one day, she said, "Look, if you're gonna do the YouTube thing, you got to get up every day and grind. You got to get up every day, whether you feel like it or not, and make some videos, put some content out every day." And so I just tried to take her advice, and I try to do at least something every day, And then sometimes, man, I'll just be sitting around and be like, "Oh, damn, man, and I'll think about something like the other day when I thought about running into them people's house, man. It just come out of nowhere, And because a lot of times I'll be like, "Man, let me try to think of something to do a video. And you know how people get writer's block? Bro, you can get blocked trying to think of shit you've done in your past to talk about. And then when you're not trying to, remember something, it'll just pop up in your head and you're like, oh shit, yeah. But yeah, we used to mess with Becky. We'd say, hey, when that new Bobby Stapler album coming out? Because it was actually on an album, like a 45, man. It was a little old album, and it said on the cover Bobby Stapler and stuff. And we used to go over at Bobby's house when brain cramp. Yeah, I don't know what that means, buddy. But we used to go over there at Bobby Nels when we was teenagers, and man, it was wild. We like I said, we hung out with that family for years, man. Good folks. Oh no, when we was over there, like when Lee and Bobby wouldn't be home, we'd go in there and go through their damn closets and stuff, and that's where we would find that stuff. Man, you know how it is when you teenagers. If you go to a girl's house, man, you always go in their mom and daddy's room, go through their stuff when you're teenagers. We did. I remember I had a buddy live down the street from me, and he had a fine mama. And one day we was like, come on, man, let's go in there and see what your mama got in her room. Because we was trying to find some pot, Man, we go in there and pull a drawer open. Son, she had about 6 submarines in that thing. And, man, about 3 of us went to grabbing them out. And old boy was going, man, y'all quit, man. Put that stuff up, man. And we aggravated. I ain't going to say his name, but boy, his mama had them down. I'm talking about submarines, boy. Ones that took D batteries. Bobby Brooks. Okay, yeah, man, brain cramp, I know what you're saying now. Yeah, there's a lot of times I just try to think of stuff and I'm like, man, I can't think of nothing. And then when you don't try to think about it, boom, you're like, oh, shit, man, I remember that, Man, listen, I blackmailed a politician one time, y'all. Alabama state representative, and I got away with it. And I want to tell the story, but the dude's still alive, and I got away with it, y'all. Believe it or not, I blackmailed this guy, got the money and everything, and got away with it. Now, I did get threatened by 2 U.S. Marshals for that I would go to prison for blackmail and blackmail and wire fraud or something. But it was anyway. But I got away with that. I want to tell y'all this story so bad, man. But the dude's still alive, and I'm just gonna hold off on it. But let me just say this: I successfully blackmailed a Alabama House of Representatives member back in the early 2003 and got away with it. He didn't want his wife to know. I caught him cheating. But anyway, I'm going to hold up on that right there. But yeah, one day I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to do a whole video about it. I'm gonna tell it yeah, it's gonna blow y'all's mind. Y'all gonna be like, man, Clif's crazy than a motherfucker, man. Like, seriously. When I tell y'all that blackmail story, y'all gonna be like, man, this dude was wild, man. Got away with it, man. By the grace of God. Dude showed up at my house. Man, I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to stop, because if I get to telling, I'm gonna be deep. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all one day. I'm just gonna wait a little bit, and dude's already in his mid-70s, so I'm gonna hold up on that. Oh yeah, it's done gone, man. That's what I thought about, but it happened in 2007. So I mean, it's been. I'm just going to give you, it's been a minimum of 15 years, but it's really been about 17 or 18 years since it happened. and the statute's only like 5 years, I think. So, but yeah, I didn't I was on top of the statute, you know, but it's run out. Ain't nothing he can do about it, no how, man. I mean, he was guilty. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, hell, you wouldn't pay the money if you wasn't guilty. Y'all see my Walmart cup? I still got the sticker on the bottom. That motherfucker says mainstays, baby. Great value brand. That's how I roll around here. How many other people roll like that? Great value brand. Hell, you got to these days, man. If you don't, hell, you can't afford nothing. You know what I mean? Oh, what's up, Joe? Man, I like mellow yellow for some reason. And I like mellow yellow and tea, sweet tea. I make sweet tea a lot. I made some while ago before I come on. I simple recipe: 2 cups of sugar, 4 packs of tea, boil it, put the sugar in the jug, pour the tea on it, squirt cold water in it, shake it, stick it in the fridge. She ready to roll, baby. Mountain Dew. What's up, Chris Morgan? My aunt, she used to drink Mountain Dew, boy. I mean, she drank them by the cases, son. My brother, he drinks Mountain Dews. But now my daddy drank Dr. Pepper. It's crazy. I can't even remember what Mama drank, man. Mama been dead about 11 years now. Mama drank whatever was on sale. Mama was she was a bargain. She would find the sales, son, and well, I miss old Mama. She was a good woman, man. Yeah, great value, man. Hell, you gotta buy it. It's cheaper than everything else. Monster Mr. Bean coffee. Is that like Monster the energy drink? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, Chris. Yeah, they make a coffee drink or something. Now, my mom used to drink them frappuccinos or whatever, a latte that you buy in the store. They cold. Man, she loved them things. Every time I'd go to the store, she'd say, "Get me one of them lattes or whatever it is." And so I'd always help, get it for her, whatever. Man, I can't believe Stacy hopped in here a while ago. Man, I used to know that me and her used to run in the same circles. Yeah, now I got an uncle. He drinks cold coffee his whole life. Oh, you still here, Stacy? My bad. I thought you was gone. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, man. For real. Justin, your name sounds familiar, man. It seems like I know you, man. I know that name. Just in case, or is that your name, or is that just like a handle? Just in case you lose your keys and you get locked up out of your house. But sorry about your mom, bro. My condolences too. Man, y'all, I locked my keys in my truck about 2 months ago, and I ain't got no spare, and it cost me $100 to get the damn things out. Crazy. Let's see. Hey, I'm sorry about that, Joe. I know it's tough, man. Yeah, old Calder case. Okay, my bad. I think I know a dude though in this name, just in case. But hey, just in case, like a Trojan Magnum, baby, just in case. You never know when you're gonna need one. Let's see. That's a good handle, just in case. I like that, man. That's pretty cool. I've been thinking that's your name the whole time. Yeah, Joe, man, I'm sorry to hear about your mom. Yeah, Stephanie, yeah, she was cool. I hung out with her some. You know, she was married to Van. Um, her and Van was together for a long time, on and off. Okay, Manuel. I know back in the day, boy, on the movie channel, they used to have Emmanuel, them soft porn or whatever. And listen, when they played that stuff in prison, oh boy, they would tear the hide off them things. Friday and Saturday nights in there. Boy. Cause see, on Friday night and Saturday night in prison, Monday through Thursday or Sunday through Thursday, you had to rack down at like 10. But on Friday night and Saturday night, you could stay up to 2:30, 3, 4, whatever, you know. And man, you know, about 10, 11 o'clock on HBO, y'all know what comes on them channels. I mean, it ain't no hardcore, but it's enough that if you locked up, and man, them boys that sat on them church pews and cover up with a blanket, and that's all. I ain't kidding you, man. Oh, me. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Emmanuel, that boy. I used to watch him all the time when I was younger. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I know Mike, man. His old lady was my math teacher, man. His wife was my math teacher. Well, hey, hang on. One of his baby mamas was my math teacher. I think he had two women. Yeah, I think he had two women that he split time between. Yeah, I know he did. He was a wrestler, Mike Mason. Oh, well, he had a kid. No, I'm talking about Mike Mason's ex or baby mama. She was the dude that wrestled Mike Mason. His one of his ex-wife or baby mamas was my math teacher in high school. Um, my bad, Chris. I meant that to Timmy. I didn't mean that to you, buddy. My bad. Um, but yeah, Miss Mason, she taught math in high school, ninth grade math. Um, oh, okay, I got you. I was wondering. I was like, man, I didn't. Um, but yeah, boy, yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you what. I watched. Man, when I was growing up, y'all, I used to come in from school and watch Saved by the Bell. Uh, Saved by the Bell. Let me think what else it was on. Man, I remember before I go to school in the morning when I was a kid, I'd get up and watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'd watch that shit for a little while, and then I'd eat my breakfast, and then I'd go on to school. But hell, my brother shot me with a BB gun one morning when we was waiting on the bus out in the cold. Man, it was about 20 degrees outside, and we had this old BB gun, and we didn't have no pellets for it. And my brother, I remember one morning he pumped that son of a gun about 50 times, and we stand there waiting on the bus, and he sticks it to my leg and pulls the trigger, and a damn pellet comes out. Y'all, we had played with that gun for years and never even had a pellet to put in it. And the one time that he plays around, somehow a damn pellet come out and stuck right in the damn leg. My grandma always watched Wheel of Fortune, man. Or no, Price is Right. That's what it was. The one, yeah. Price is Right. But yeah, Tim, we used to all be on them pills over there, man. All of us. Every one of us was hooked on opiates, man. I'm going to tell y'all what, them opiates took me down through there. I actually got on meth because meth was the only thing that would touch opiate withdrawals. As far as like, I mean, you still was sick, but you wasn't as bad sick. You know what I mean? Like, and then so I started doing the meth to get off the opiates, and then the next thing you know, then you hooked on meth. You just basically traded one for the other. Right. Yeah, I didn't never know. Yeah, didn't you used to get rid of some though, Stacy? Didn't you have somebody back in the day, your mom or somebody you used to get and would, or that, I may be thinking of somebody else. Because I used to buy pills from everybody. Okay, my bad. I'm thinking of somebody else. Um, yeah, man. I'll tell y'all a story real quick. Um, Matter of fact, Chris Moore talking about Suboxone. Let me tell you, I went to rehab one time. Oh, I mean, detox center. Now I didn't know. Nobody said that you're supposed to stop taking the Suboxone 3 or 4 days before you go into detox. So I take 2 or 3 on the way to detox. When I get in the parking lot, take about 3 or 4 Klonopins which I still have to take them. But man, listen, I was in detox for 7 days, and they were giving me a whole cup full of pills and shit. And all of a sudden, man, on the 6th day, right before I was about to get out, the withdrawal set in. And so when I come out, I was so sick when I got out of detox. And my brother, I remember I was in my bed at my daddy's, and I was shivering. And my brother opened the bedroom door, and he said, "Hey," he said, "you want to feel better?" And I said, "Yeah, what you got?" And he gave me some of them damn Tianas. And I was like, "What is it, man? Is it like a speed or is it like an opiate? What?" He's like, "Opiate." He's like, "Here, take 5 of them." He said, "And if you don't feel it in about 30 or 40 minutes, take 5 more." Man, we got hooked on them Tianas. We was buying 2 or 3 bottles a day, eating all 30, and some of them was 15, 20, 30 count bottles. Dr. Gale, I don't, let's see. Dr. Gale, I'm trying to figure out who you talking about. I remember Dr. Galati now. That's who my cellmate buddy, Bub went down there to Dr. Galati that time and got him some damn Xanaxes when he was on work release. Yeah. And I didn't know that. I know a lot of people got messed up. There was a psychiatrist in Albertville just recently, and somebody that I know from prison, I run into them, and they told me, they said, "Hey, there's a lady over there that I go to," and they said that they was paying her $250 cash, and that she would give them like 120 bars and 120 pain pills, and she passed away, and there was a ton of people that was going to her, and it left a lot of people high and dry, man. Man, I used to go to the methadone clinic in Huntsville. Big Courtney, bald-headed black dude Courtney was my counselor. At first, Kenta was my counselor, and then it was Courtney. I went to the one off of Bob Wallace there. Drake, yeah. Jonathan Carter, what's up, brother? Man, I feel like I know your name somewhere, man. I feel like I know everybody's name. I don't know why. Man, when I used to be married, my damn ex would get mad at me. She'd be like, "Why are you always talking to people everywhere with?" Man, listen, y'all. I'd be in Walmart talking to 85-year-old women sharing recipes and shit. I don't know why, man. I can talk to anybody anywhere. I'd be standing in line at a convenience store and turn around and start carrying on a conversation with whoever's behind me. Just, I don't know why. Mac was a counselor. There used to be a fine, man, there was some fine girls that was counselors down there on Drake. There was this little, man, there was this little black girl. What was her name? She was so fine. Stacy, I think was her name. Yeah. Little short girl, man. She was so, wee boy. Man, she was the finest thing. I'm talking about fine as frog hair. Split 4 ways. Okay, Indiana and Ohio. Shit, Ohio's a place to be. They how did I come off methadone? I got locked up in jail. Shit, I thought I was gonna die in there coming off that stuff. Yeah, yeah, man. That's yeah. I got locked up on and was on that methadone, and man, my damn my legs, like right here, man, my legs right there. They hurt so bad. I mean, down into the bone, man. Like the bone marrow was hurting. I ain't even shitting you, man. Like it was awful. When I went to prison, when I was on Suboxone and stuff and doing dope, man, it took me a whole year to get rid of the cold chills. No lie, it was like 14 months that I had the cold chills and the withdrawals and stuff. It was rough, but you know, you learn from it, man. You learn, you know. I had I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna give y'all the same advice that somebody gave me. Some of you'll get it, some of you won't. There's a Muslim dude in prison that told me one day. He said, Cliff, he said, Bubba, I'm gonna tell you something. He said, it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. I didn't understand it at first, but now I understand. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm same way. I'm cold natured, man. Like I this morning, as soon as I get up, like this morning, I got up. First thing I did was put on a hoodie and a toboggan in the house with, you know. Timmy, did you ever know Christy Dudley? You remember Christy? She was friends with Becky and all of them. Little fine thing. Oh, I hear you say you still struggling with it, man. What you hitting on? You hitting that pipe? Ooh, boy, that thing took me down. I wasn't really a smoker. I always shot it. I remember one time I went to this dude's house and I had some ice and okay. Man, I went to this dude's house one time, the Dudley Brothers Roofing, but oh yeah, man, if you watch my videos, that's what I'd say, man. I used to love to shoot that dope and get my freak on with them girls, man. That sex while you high on meth is awesome, man. I'm just being 100 with y'all. Um you get freaky too, you know. I ain't gonna lie. It'll damn make you. It'll make you ass wanna. Well, you have them twisted up in a pretzel. I ain't kidding you. Video cameras out and everything, man. That meth days was wild. I remember one time this girl, she told me that she told me she wanted to do a shot, and I didn't like giving people their first shot because when you start shooting, it's a whole nother monster, man, than that pipe is. And I didn't want to give her the shot, but she told me, you know, like she wanted to do it, blah, blah, blah. The next day, she shows up at my house with a box of pills, and I was like, all right. I was like, look, just hang loose. I was like, it's going to take me about 45 minutes, and then I'll have some dope. So she sits there and chills. I do my thing, shake it up, gas it, dry it, you know, get it all ready. Man, I pulled one up, and she got ready, you know, and I hit her with it. Man, I hit her with it, pulled it out. She leaned back for a second, and all of a sudden, the next thing that come out of her mouth, she goes, I can deep throat. Come on down. I swear, y'all. I swear to God, I gave her that shot, and she for about 5 seconds, she was like, you could tell it was on her, and then all of a sudden, next thing out of her mouth was, I can deep throat. I was like, well, come on through with it. Oh, and then her boyfriend was riding up and down Hereford Street. I could hear his truck going by. I'm in there cracking. I could hear the truck going by. I was like, you know, that's your boyfriend out there. She's like, yeah, I know. Yeah, them benzos is hard to come on. I take benzo. I have to take Klonopin, y'all. I got anxiety so bad, man. Meth just ruined my central nervous system. I mean, I'm not kidding you, man. I freak out about the future. Like a lot of people, I didn't know this. Depression is thinking about the past. Anxiety is thinking about the future. Well, I don't really get depressed. The past is the past. But man, I freak out about the future. Like, you know, I got child support next week. I got light bill next week. Like, man, I'll get thinking about that shit. Next thing you know, I think I'm having a heart attack because I'm so worked up from anxiety, a panic attack. You know, that I have to take medication. I have to, man. That's just life, you know. I've accepted it. That's why, y'all, I don't get on here and say, oh, I've been clean 10 years. You know, I say I changed my ways because if you take benzos, then you're not, technically you're not clean. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't say I'm clean. I just say I changed the way I live, you know, because I don't live like I used to, man. Everything's changed. Man, Trip, I'm gonna be on. I don't know why Alabama, Diggy. I say you shout out to you, Diggy. You right, man. I don't know why Alabama will not pass. I don't know why the whole damn country won't pass legal marijuana, man. Like y'all, I know Stacy. I know some Timmy. I don't know him, but I know he knows the people I know. So I know what he knows about. Y'all, I've never seen anybody smoke a joint and say, you know what? That joint got me high. I'm fixing to go down here and whoop so-and-so's ass. I ain't never seen nobody smoke a joint and fall out on the floor. I ain't never seen nobody smoke a joint and have a seizure. I ain't never seen nobody do nothing to smoke a joint and laugh and eat. You know what I mean? I don't get it. But they'll sell alcohol and let you get blind, running drunk, and drive home and run over somebody and kill them, you know. But you can't. I think they ought to pass a law. This is my thoughts. And it's just my thoughts. If you if you buy it at a store, a dispensary, and you go home and do it, and you're not out riding the roads, burning blunts, you know, and shit like that. But if you wanted to go home and sit at home and smoke, man, there ain't no reason in the world that you shouldn't be able to do that. The state could tax it and make plenty of money off of it. And like I said, just pass a law and say, hey, look, if you get caught with it on the roads or, you know, smoking it and stuff, driving, yeah, you're going to get in trouble. But if you at home, man, there shouldn't be no reason whatsoever you shouldn't be able to burn a J. That's just my opinion, you know. Yeah, that anxiety's hell, man. I ain't kidding you. Yeah, they was gonna change it, but man, and here's what's crazy. Tommy Tuberville's fixing to be our next governor. He's totally against it. So there's another 4 years that it ain't, you can count it out. Man, listen, they should let you if they had dispensaries in Alabama and you wanted to stop and buy you some on your way home from work and go home and smoke at home, they shouldn't be no issue with that. They should even let you put 3 or 4 in your garden each year, man. What the hell is it going to hurt for a man like me? I'm a single guy. What would it hurt for me to come home from work, go out there and till my garden up, tend to, I mean, Arizona, California, New Mexico, a lot of places have it like that, and I don't know, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. There's a age group of politicians that just won't change. They won't be open minded. They're hard line. Nope, nope, nope. And that's the way they're gonna be until they get till somebody else is elected. Yeah, man. There is nothing. I don't see anything wrong with stopping at the store on a Friday evening. You get off work, stop by and pick you up 2 different kind of 8s and go home. Get you a sativa and an indica. Hit the sativa in the morning, the indica in the evening. What? I mean, what's that gonna hurt? Look around me. Who's in here? Nobody. What would I be hurting by doing that? But that's the law, so you know how it is. Yeah, we'll figure that out, man. Carpenter, we'll figure out how to do that. Yeah, I don't judge nobody that smokes, man. I don't even think it ought to be illegal. That's just my opinion. Yeah, meth will ruin you, man. It'll ruin your life. It's the devil for real. But man, I ain't never seen nobody get like, man, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. They haven't figured out yet how to make the most money off of it for the big money people. When they figure out how the big money people can benefit off of it, they'll pass it then. But until then, they won't. You got to get an indica then. If it makes you paranoid, that's sativa. Indica will give you more of a couch lock type buzz, kind of a, and that. But them sativas will have you thinking, damn, man, my heart beating funny. I used to be like that, man. I'd smoke some and I'd be like, man, I'm having a heart attack. And then I'd be like, man, stop. You wasn't having no heart attack before you smoked that joint, So, yeah, I think back on some of the stuff I used to do, man. It was crazy. Yeah. Are you in no, sure, you told me you was from Baldwin, yeah. And if you, those states that went legal, you don't even hear about problems and stuff about it. You don't ever hear nothing you never hear about problems on states that legalize marijuana. All you hear is they make millions and millions of dollars. Yeah, Blake, I agree. But there are certain strains that you can get that won't make you do that. You just gotta read up and study and stuff. Let me see what Mr. Sorsby said here. I got you. Yeah, you go a long time without doing stuff. It's different if you start back or whatever. But man, listen, everybody's got something that they do. Some people drink, some people smoke, some people take pills, some people got sex addiction, some people got porn addiction. I mean, so everybody got something going on. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it sets you down, man. Cherokee, North Carolina. I can tell you what, that's a beautiful place, man. They got one of the prettiest national forests I've ever seen in my life up there. Yeah, I know, man. That's crazy that what's it matter? I mean, why don't they ask, are you addicted to alcohol? They don't ask that on there. I mean, I don't know why they want, which I can't own guns, so I don't really have a dog in the fight, but I can tell you from what I see, they want to take away these guns, man. I mean, it's just they want to take away people's rights to have a gun. Let's see. Sugar addiction. Yeah, man, I used to have a gambling addiction, and like I would call in, man, I'd end up $400 or $500 in the hole to a bookie, and I quit that, you know. And if I gamble, man, like I said, I might put $5 on a DraftKings contest, you know, and just play that, and that's it. And yeah, is it on the street over there in Huntsville? Yeah, I think I know where you're talking about, Tim. Hey, Tim. Is that what you talking about? Yeah, I heard them edibles. I've never took an edible, but I've heard about them. Good times. They say them edibles give you good times, boy. Yeah, man, Stacy, I would like to. I wish I could teach my kid to hunt. You know, like, but unfortunately, I can't. I can't even own a shot. Man, I think they ought to have a law that if you get a felony, and it ain't got if it's not violent, and you don't have a gun involved, and you didn't beat nobody, you know, down or nothing like that. I think after a certain amount of time, you should be able to own a shotgun at least, you know. Um, but unfortunately, they ain't ever they won't do it, man. Yeah, I bought my little girl a Red Ryder BB gun, and hell, we shoot it all the time, man. Yeah, I know where you're talking about. Yeah, the only Stacy, Diggy, I'm gonna hit you in just a second. Stacy, I was gonna try to get a pardon, but you got to pay off all of your damn restitution before you can do it. Man, I owe them I owe them folks like $6,000 or $7,000. I can't pay that shit off, so I ain't getting no pardon. You know what I mean? Yeah, if you got a nonviolent felony and if you go 10 years and you don't get in any trouble, then the odds are that you're probably not going to go back to that lifestyle. I mean, if you've lived 10 years trouble free, then you're probably going to, you know, be a upstanding citizen, you know. So I don't see why you shouldn't be able to at least have a shotgun. But yeah, man, listen, I know a bunch of lawyers in matter. Who is your, if you don't mind, who is your cousin? No, that's what I had. I had a manufacturing and a burglary third, and neither one of those were violent. Hey, Twist, you be good, brother. I appreciate you jumping on here, man. Thank you. No, but manufacturing is not violent at all. Now it is a class A, which means you don't get no good time on your sentence. So luckily, I had a weird deal. They let me plead to the burglary third, but they sentenced me under the manufacturing. It was weird. For burglary third, you shouldn't get no more than 5 years on your first offense. I got a 10. So, but it's all good. I did it. It's over. Oh, bro, you good? You ain't got to apologize for nothing on here, man. Man, I've seen it all. Okay. Shoot, I don't even nobody because you know, from what I understand, you can get like ounces of ice now for like $250, man. That's what a dude told me that I run into a couple years ago, and he was tore up, and that's what I asked him. I said, damn, I said, you still shaking? And he was like, no, man. He's like, I can get this ice for $250 a zip. And I was like, what? So I reckon everybody's on that now. I don't know. Like I said, I used to know everybody that, and then once you quit it, you don't hang out around them, so you don't really like. And that was a couple years ago, so I don't even know what they got going on now. But I think they made it so hard to be able to shake or whatever. So I don't know what they do anymore for real though. No, man, I don't have any problem. It's yeah, I don't have any problem talking about it. But I'll tell you what does bother me though. When I'm watching a no, you good. I can talk about it all day long, man. But if I'm watching a TV show and it shows somebody doing a shot, man, I have to turn it. I ain't gonna lie. Because if you ever got one of them shots and you know what it feels like, man, that's a when that damn head goes to wom 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 wom, man, that train. That's why I can't watch Breaking Bad, man. And I can talk about it. Like I said, I don't have any problem talking about it. But man, when I see people on TV doing shots, like I'm like, God dang, I have to turn. Especially when you see the blood pull up in it. Because when you see that blood, you know you in there, you good. You finna get home, son. Yeah, it is. It's the devil, man. I but yeah, I don't have any problem talking about it. Yeah, what happens is I actually had that happen one time. I dropped a little sack of ice back before I went. Now, like I said, everything I talk about was before I went to prison and all that. But I dropped a little bag of ice one time, and a girl's dog got it, a little Yorkie, and oh my god, I thought I thought she was gonna kill me. Yeah, I got addicted to the whole shooting process, man. Like, um, you become addicted to that. I mean, the whole getting the spoon out, getting the water and squirting it on it, crushing it up, getting you Q-tip, pulling it up, tying off, all that. And yeah, it did. They didn't even have to take it to the vet. Yeah, man. Yeah, them. I used to do them big old shots, man. I'd put .4s, .5s in there. Man, it would just ring your head, just womp. I hear you. Let's see. Yeah, you hit that dope, boy. First thing you want to do is want to get with a female. I mean, seriously, you can be sober as a judge, pull up at somebody's house, and they be like, "Hey, you want to hit this pipe?" And you hit that pipe. Let me tell you something. Before you backing out of their driveway to leave, you already on the phone. Hey, what you up to, girl? I'm serious, man. It's just that way. I mean, you get high, you want to get your freak on. I don't know why, but I guess that's why everybody does drugs. I don't know. Right? Yeah. Oh, do y'all damn, I was trying to think of that show. Damn, what a big Indian. Let's see. Yeah, man, I used to know a dude. He couldn't do a shot without freaking out, peeking out the blinds. You'd be sitting in a room and he'd be like, what? He's like, man, you got to go. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here now. Let's go. You got to go, brother. I never shot cocaine, but I'm gonna tell you what, I snorted enough to damn. Man, I snorted enough. My nose was raw many a time. I woke up many a times and be like, damn, why'd you do all that, man? Just, but the meth is what finished me off, oh man. I started drinking opiates and then meth, and then, like I said, the meth finished me off. And I smoked crack a couple times, but crack wasn't my thing. Now I tell you what I did. I did some H and some ice mixed together one time. Only once. I've only done heroin one time. And matter of fact, Chris mixed it up for me. Some heroin and ice mixture. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, that was one of the best buzz I ever had in my life. Yeah, I know Frank. I went to school with him. I never did run with him on the streets, but I know him, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. For some reason I get quiet as hell when I get high. Like when I used to shoot that dope, man, I'd be talking like this. Hey y'all, I don't know why, man, but my voice would get low. And everybody that knew me would know because listen how I talk right now. And then as soon as I'd get high, I'd be like, hey man, well, you know what I mean? I'd just get real low and everybody'd be like, oh, you on some shit, ain't you? Like, what are you talking about? And they like, man, you listen at you barely talking. Okay. But let's see here. Oh, say you get all paranoid and stuff. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah, man, my voice would get low. What's up, ROC? Shout out from Georgia, man. Man, I'm gonna tell you what, you couldn't pay me to do a shot of dope now. Golly, man. After I done been so long, like, I don't even know if I'd want that feeling. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know what it would do to me, man. I'd be too scared. You know what I mean? Like, because it's been so long. Like, and then plus, man, nowadays I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know what's out there. Nobody does. I know. I know. They I know a teenager or something, or I seen an article where a teenager, she somebody said they had some Xanaxes for sale. Well, she thought that she was buying a Xanax bar, took it, and it was one of those Mexican pressed bars, and it had fentanyl in it. Killed her instantly. Never even did drugs in her life. Tried a pill one time, and it killed her. That was tragic, man. I hated to see that. You seen it? Hey, damn, smoke toenails. Hey, that's hardcore right there. Now, I'll be honest with y'all. When I was in jail, Madison County Jail, Travis Compton was the green and white man. And Travis would go out every day and get the food trays and stuff, because he was a trustee, green and white. Well, the guards would take their dip out of their mouth and throw it in the garbage can. You know Travis too. And then Travis would go over there and with a napkin and put the chewing tobacco, the Copenhagen that the police just took out of their mouth, and then he'd bring it back to the dorm and we'd set it out in the window and let it dry. And then we'd tear pages out of the Bible for rolling papers and roll up Copenhagen, used Copenhagen, and smoke the hell out of them, man. I used to buy them from him. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been down in the floor before with a flashlight looking around and up on, yeah, I've done all that old. Man, H wasn't a big, like, H, right before I went to prison, or right when I was going to prison, H was starting to hit around here real big. And that's why I say prison saved my life, because had I not went to prison, I would have loved that H, because like I said, I tried it one time and it was one of the best buzzes I'd ever had. And I would have definitely tried it again. Man, I don't know many of his friends, man. His sister and I fell in love, man. And she was married and everything, and we were gonna be together, man. And she ended up dying in a car wreck, man. That was messed up. Let's see. Yeah, that's, I've never understood that, Stace. Um, you read these things where on the news, drug bust in so and so, people caught with 40 pounds of pot and all these synthetics and meth, and then it says they were running 90 or 85 in a 60, and I'm thinking, why would you be driving that fast with a whole trunk load of damn drugs that'll get you 100 years in prison? But people do it every day, man. I see people driving down the end. You pass people. When I used to work at Park Supply, I'd be on the interstate, and people would pass you just swerving all over the road, smoking blunts, and I'm thinking, man, you just asking for it, The Love Lady. Yeah, I know some old girls that went to the Love Lady. I didn't. That's weird, Justin. Just in case. Yeah, Stacey, they'll break you. I have people like that. There's certain people I wouldn't even get in a car with. I say, hell no, man. Y'all go ahead. I'm good. Say you went to school with old Travis. I sent him some, man. I looked out for old Travis when he went to prison. I sent him some money and stuff, man. He was my buddy. He was all right. Yeah, Travis, one of them West Side boys. Yeah, Love Lady down in Birmingham. Love Lady is the women's rehab, where I think they can take their kids and stuff with them. Yeah, Travis' sister died. She had a car wreck coming back from Nashville. Deidre. Man, she was a beautiful girl. And it wasn't even like I wasn't even trying to I know she was married and had kids, and I wasn't trying to. I was calling her for Travis, and I don't know, man. One thing led to another. One day she told me, she was like, "Hey, I want to meet you," and I was like, "Well, all right." And we met, and we was trying to figure things out, and then all of a sudden one day she was like, "I got bad news," and I was like, "What?" And she's like, "I'm pregnant," and I was like, "Well, yeah, I ain't gonna mess that up. You already got a, so we decided to just, call it, just let it be." And then I heard about right before she had that baby, she was coming back from Nashville and flipped a car or something, and it killed her. Yeah, I hated it, man. Let's see. I'm missing some here. Yeah, Birmingham's always had everything. Let's see. Man, that time I did H, I guess because they put a little ice in it. man, it didn't make me nod out, and I wasn't wired up neither. I can't even explain it, but man, I just kicked back on the couch. I was just laid back for hours, just scratching the hell out of my nose, man. It got on me. It was a good buzz. And like I said, thankfully, man, I went to prison, and because I probably would end up overdosing on that shit, or, I was always into some stuff. Somebody probably gave me some bad stuff or something. Oh, Richard Lovelady, I don't know him, man. Yeah, Travis, a good dude, man. We had some good times out there. I mean, in jail, I know that's kind of crazy saying you had good times, but when you're in jail, man, you got to do something to pass the freaking time. And Travis was 2 cells down from me and Bub. Him and Tony. Damn, what was Tony's name? Tony. He was from Hazel Green. Tony did time at Brushy Mountain up in Tennessee. Tony. Oh man, what was Tony like? I can't remember, but let's see. Yeah, I wasn't nodding at all. Man, I'm gonna tell you what, Walker County, Jasper, Priceville, man, they are on a trip. They tripping hard, man. I see every day where Priceville makes a drug bust, but then I also see every other week where an officer gets caught doing something crooked. I'm like, how are these people still in existence, man? Like, I mean, hell, they showed a picture the other day of that police chief rubbing his damn junk upon a 18-year-old girl. I was like, man, come on, bro. And you could see that she wasn't with it. Like, she wasn't reciprocating. From what little bit I seen, now behind the scenes, she might have been going all the way in. But from what I seen, it looked like she wasn't wanting him to do it. So, Walker County, man, I was in Pickens County with a dude from Walker County. We called him Chill. His name was damn, what was Chill's name? He was a big old tall red-headed boy. He lived in a town, they called it Boldo. Boldo was the name of it. Damn, what was Chill's name? He was a good kid, man. He was younger than me. But yeah, he was from Boldo, Walker County. Yeah, Madison County, now, Madison County was a lot better than Pickens County, though. Boy, Pickens County was hell, man. Can't remember. Let's see. Chisholm. Where is Chisholm at, y'all? Cordova. Yeah, they used to have one of my brother's college roommates used to coach football at Cordova. Let's see. Yeah, Jasper's in Walker County. Let's see. Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you. Listen, Butterbean them had a bail bonding company. My cousin Danny Joe Clark lived right across the street from me. We over there one night partying down. Somebody says, "Hey man, I think Butterbean is over there at Danny Joe's," and we were like, "What?" And they was like, "Yo, the boxer Butterbean, he's right there." And we was like, "Man, you full of shit." Man, we all piled up in the window. Swear to God, Butterbean and his daddy was down there to as a bail agent. Danny Joe had a warrant and didn't go to court, so they come looking for him because they had a bail bonding company. Sure enough, Butterbean was on Hereford Street, New Hope, right across. My cousin's house, man. Shit, I ain't for Butterbean. Man, I ain't kidding you. When dudes, my cousin Dan was like, "Hey, man, Butterbean's across the street." And I was like, I'm like, man, y'all, no. Everybody in the house like, what? And we had this big bay window in my house. And, man, we was all piled up in it. Sure enough, it was Butterbean. We was like, damn. Because, yeah, Butterbean them had a bail bonding company. And then they didn't hire out there, like if you didn't show up for court, they wouldn't go hire a damn like Dog the Bounty Hunter. They'd come do it themselves. Yeah, the Gump's going to hell. The Gump's been going down for years, man. But it's because the local government down there don't put back into the city, man. They just take out and don't. Birmingham's next. All the politicians take out, but they don't put nothing back in, you know. Hell, there's a preacher in Huntsville, y'all. Got caught stealing like $400,000 going to Louis Vuitton stores, paid off $138,000 in credit card debt. What the do you buy with $138,000 with a credit card? Blows my mind. Yeah, he used to. Old Butterbean, when he was in his prime, he could. Yeah, I know he now he's messed up, but he used to be back in his day, son. He could throw them hands. Yeah, man, I think it means you like a fan or something. Let me see what it says right here. Yeah, top fans. If you click on that, I think it gives you points or something. Click on that, click on it and see what it does. Boy, old Jake Paul, he getting them paydays. He getting them $40 and $50 million paydays, man. That's crazy. Shoot. Yeah, Stacy, I seen that. That's cool. Thank you. So, that's why you got a number one by yours. Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm still figuring all this stuff out, man. This is really the best live I've done because I didn't understand it. I didn't know, what I ought to do. And then, like I said, right off the ripper, somebody told me, don't schedule it. They was like, if you schedule it, there'll be a bunch of trolls. They was like, just jump on there. And so I took that advice, and then I noticed wasn't nobody getting on my lives or whatever. So tonight I went and scheduled it or whatever. And I'm sorry, y'all. I got OCD. I can't stand when my clothes and stuff mess up on me like that. I got some weird ways, man. Let's see here. Yeah, Butterbean, he man, I don't know. I'll do one this weekend. I usually like to do one. Let me see what time Bama plays Saturday. I think they got the 2:30 game. I'll probably try to jump on there. Let me see real quick, y'all. My bad. Hold up. Yeah, Bama plays at 2:30 Saturday. I'll probably jump on after the game. About 7 o'clock Saturday night. We'll do another one. Yeah, I got a story. I'll tell you. I'll tell you about this dude, man. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, man. Dude was straight the whole time, man. Hung with us and everything. I mean, hung out with us. He was from around the way around New Hope area. He wasn't from New Hope. He was from Grant, close to New Hope. Dude was straight the whole time, man. Didn't do none of that old stuff. And then he made parole, which means he's going home in a month. And then we heard about it one weekend. He went missing from the dorm. And everybody was like, hey, where's old boy at? They were like, man, he down there in the E dorm with Stackhouse. Damn. He went down there and got him a bag of ice and got him a BJ. And we were like, damn, dog, what are you doing? Celebrating, making parole? We ragged his ass. We were like, man, what'd you do? You made parole. It's like, damn, you waited till you made parole and you finna go home and then you go do some gay stuff. Like what the hell, man? You just did 2 years straight and then you make parole and then go down there and get a BJ. We ragged his ass, so it was funny, old man. He I ain't gonna say his name. He was a good guy. He was a good kid, man. He was a good kid. And like I said, he'd hang out with us, he'd walk around with us and stuff. And then, like I said, when people go missing on the weekend, like you got people living in your dorm, and then all of a sudden they just like you don't see them from Friday, and then all of a sudden on Sunday they come back. You know they done been down in another dorm, one of them dorms where they don't care what you do, laid up, doing all kind of stuff, man. Oh, that's what they say. That's what they say down there. Man, I don't know. I don't really keep up with boxing a whole lot. I'm more into sports. I don't really like I said, I don't really keep up with boxing a whole lot. I used to back when boxing was good, when it was Mike Tyson and all them, but now, I don't really keep up with it a whole lot. Damn, I knew I should have picked them. Bruce Danham, I don't know if I know him or not, man. Thunder Shirt, are you talking about my next lifetime? Bruce Daniels. I've watched some MMA, but like I said, I'm more or less into sports and stuff like football and basketball and yeah. Oh, you got a revocation here? Oh man, them ain't no good. I mean, I ain't trying to worry you. Man, I hate that feeling, dude. I hated that feeling so bad, man. When you had them damn probation hearings and shit, man. I hated it, man. It tore my. That's why I got anxiety, man. From all them years I finally quit taking probation and telling them, hey, man, just give me the jail time. I don't want him because I'm tired of coming down here and worrying if y'all going to lock me up or not. Like, let me just go on and do it and be done with it. Because there was a time in my life when they would put me on probation. And then I got about 28, 30-year-old. I said, hey, man, look here. Save your probation. How many days is it? Oh, 90. Let me help. Oh, are you from Huntsville, K-Bells? You ain't talking about Jeffrey Franklin, are you? Oh yeah, man, and I'll tell you another thing. Like all them years that I would commit crimes and I would have to run from the law and stuff and like hide out from the law, or you did something to somebody and you got to watch over your shoulder and stuff. You know what I mean? Like all that, man, just kills your nervous system. And then when you get straight, like man, it'll wear you out. What's up, George? Mobile, I hear you. Walker County, okay. You know where Boldo is in Walker County, though? You know where I'm talking about? All right, Blake. Hey, I appreciate you, big homie. I'll catch you on the next one. Franklin and Holman. Ooh, Holman ain't no joke. Oh, yeah. Bama's at 2:30, yeah. Robert Traylor, yeah. Yeah. I didn't really hang out with him, but I know Robert. I know of him and stuff. Yeah, I know of Robert Trailer. Okay. How much land you got, bro? Man, if you got land, you got gold, son. I ain't even, or if you got some land, you got, that's one thing they ain't making no more of, and that's land. What do I do when it gets cold? Man, I got a little old ceramic heater right there. No, um, man, y'all, being a bachelor, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I make it like yesterday. I made a pot of spaghetti, uh, and I'll eat on it for 3 days, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then I'll make like a pot of taco soup, and then I'll eat on it for 2 or 3 days, and then I'll make vegetable soup, and then I'll start back with spaghetti. It ain't good for. I know it can't be good for my stomach, all that acidic stuff, but damn, when you ain't got nobody to cook for you, man. I mean, I ain't come home to a home cooked meal, y'all. I can't even remember when. Oh, right now I ain't doing nothing, man. Putting in applications and stuff. Now, summertime, I cut grass from March all the way, up until just like a month ago. And then I usually try to find me some little job through the winter. But I ate the hell out of that spaghetti, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Y'all, I got a fire ass spaghetti recipe. Listen, when you browning your meat, buy you a box of Lipton onion soup mix. There's 2 packs in it. Open up 1 pack and shake half of it out on your meat while it's frying. And then when you drain it off, pour your sauce in the pot, and then put that other 1.5 packs of Lipton onion soup mix in there, and then put your meat in with your sauce, stir it up, boil it, and then simmer. Man, that shit's fire, man. I ain't even gonna lie. It's some good eating. Oh yeah, man. Listen, I made my piece of the day with them trolls. Man, it's whatever. Shit, no, I've been off paper for a long time. Yeah, the feds, you got to do a lot more of your time than you see. Like I got a 10, and 33% of that killed it. 3 years and 3 months, 39 months killed it. But if had I been in the feds, I'd have had to do 8.5 years. Yeah, I'm fixing. I'm fixing to get up off of here too, y'all. This been a good little live, man. I've been on here 2 hours talking. I appreciate everybody that jumped on here, and I enjoy talking to y'all, man. It's brought a lot of good stuff into my life. Like I ain't gonna lie, I just sat around here, and now interacting with y'all and stuff, it's positive, and I like it. So, Timmy, it's good to see you, and Stacy, man, it's really good talking to you. I'm glad, hon. Listen, I'm for real. I'm glad you're doing good, and I'm glad that all that's behind you and stuff, and you hang in there. And if you ever need anything, you can reach out to me. I'm on Facebook or whatever, Yeah, that was one thing about Alabama prison. I remember one night I heard some, and they wasn't no women in there. I was like, God dang. So you know what I did on the next store list? The next day, I went and got a store list, AM, FM radio. I'd go to sleep with headphones on so I didn't have to hear cheek pounding. But all right, y'all. Oh, yeah, man. They got me stirred up one time, but that's it. I ain't. They can do whatever they want now. I'll hit them 3 buttons in a damn minute, son. But All right, y'all. Hey, listen, I'll jump on here Saturday after the Bama game. I'll schedule it on Saturday morning so y'all know. But yeah, I'll jump back on here Saturday. It probably what time's 2:30 games go off? About 5:30 or 6 o'clock. So somewhere in there. Y'all be looking for me about 6 o'clock on Saturday and stuff. Well, yeah, I'll schedule it up Saturday morning and put it out in the community, and that way everybody can see it and everything. So, y'all be good, man, and I appreciate every one of y'all. And I'll see y'all on Saturday. All right, Stacy, you be good, hon. And I'm really proud of you for real. All right, y'all.